right.
Right.
You can swing this one up. Now, I just realised something I should have told you. Are you guys allowed to do any wiring?
We're not going to do wiring today, but yeah, we can do wiring.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
We'll wire it in.
Okay.
So we have a whole Campbell Scientific and all kinds of other weather station
Right.
stuff.
Okay.
Up
So
top.
I couldn't remember if I mentioned about the wiring or not. I normally do, but I've had something thought I hadn't. So anyway, you've got a plug in here which will need to be just connected up to a mains plug. So that'll need to be wired onto a mains cable.
Cool.
And then connected to this. That's your waterproof connection.
Yep.
IP rating. What we've got here is normally you've got the option of putting on a PM inlet.
Yeah.
So it's for particulates, PM 2.5 or PM 10 or.
So this is power, and this is air or data.
No. So this in here is the wireless and modem antenna.
Okay.
And so something we are going to connect is this little jobby here is a cap, and we've got what's called a sampling cane that will connect to that, and that will be in here.
Okay.
Now that will feed through. And
Not a candy cane, but
not
a sampling cane.
No. We've thought about putting stripes on it, but we'll go missing.
Keeps raindrops from going in.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it is called a candy cane.
So other than actually using the crescent, you call it a crescent or a spanner?
Crescent wrench. Yeah.
Crescent wrench, right. You should only really need a Phillips screwdriver. Okay. Yep, it's pretty straightforward to put together. This is inside the unit. So, first thing I'll point out too is this is the on and off switch. So it's it's actually a fuse switch.
Oh, wow,
We're in
okay.
the process of changing that
Okay.
to a rotary switch. So basically to turn the unit off, pull the switch out, and to turn it on, push it back in. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a fuse controlled switch. Now there's a lot happening in here, as you can probably tell. So when you put your sampling cane in, you can see that's going to come through. It's going to go through a 5 micron filter, and then it's going to go into. You had ozone, NO2, and VOC. So I forgot which one they put in here. So they put the VOC module. So it's going to do a branch off, and each of these has has got a sensor, and it's also got a zero sampling switcher and scrubbers to clean the air.
So how often do we have to clean those or swap those or?
How often do we need to change the?
So this one here, I think you will have. You've got 2 of them more here. I think it's probably around every 6 weeks, probably.
Okay, so fairly quickly.
Yeah,
Okay,
three to 6 weeks. It
Okay.
just depends on how often you're using it and
Okay.
what the air's like. Yeah, yep. And there's also what's the
Can
name
you
there?
tell by discoloration of the filter that it needs to be replaced?
That's correct. Yep. So this is going to draw off a sample into each of these modules. There you've got VOC. This one will be the, let me just check here. That's the NO2 and it's the ozone. So the reason we have an ozone and an NO2 is because most NO2 sensors are partial to measuring ozone at the same time. So if there's a lot of ozone around, you can also pretty much, and as well as NO2, you can get close to doubling your measurement. So what we do with ozone is it's only partial to ozone. So we take a true ozone measurement and then we deduce that, deduce the NO2 measurement after subtracting the ozone. There's a lot of
So you've got the algorithm in there that does that?
yeah, that's right.
Okay.
There's a lot of science behind it, and the way it does it. And it's not just a straight take A and take reduce B. It's fairly simple, but there's a few little imagination around the edges around it. So inside each one, so what it does is it takes a sample for about 30 seconds, and then it switches to a zero state, and it draws air in through through the scrubbers and across the sensor, and that's basically resetting to zero. So it's using clean air, resetting the zeros of the sensor. So it's always resetting its baseline to correct itself.
Where are the scrubbers?
They're built into the modules.
Oh.
Yeah, so
So they don't ever need to be
No,
replaced?
you should
Really?
be able to go a couple of years.
Oh wow.
So typically, yeah. they'll
So,
need
so
to
when
use-
they're after they're full or spent, we just replace the whole unit.
Yep.
I see.
Just
So you
replace
can't
it.
replace
module.
just the
I see.
scrubber?
Whole module.
No, because the sensor itself also has a life. So within the NO2 there is it's an electrochemical cell inside
Okay.
the sensor, and that's basically the chemical within that's got a reactor.
Yep.
And that's got a life. And
So,
also
so filters, it's weeks, and modules, it's years.
yes.
I mean, roughly.
Yeah,
Okay.
roughly.
Okay.
So we do have actually in the user guide,
this
there's
guy?
a breakdown
Okay.
based on where we're going. You got your service and
When the
maintenance.
scrubbers are starting, and the sensor are starting to come to the end of their life, is there some type of error message that it will
What you'll see
throw out?
first
Or will
is
you
that
see like a decline in the signal?
what you'll see, is that the zeros start shifting.
Okay.
Shifting up.
They start
because-
shifting
because-
now.
Because
Okay.
it's starting to let
Because
through.
it's not cleaning?
Yeah, it's not cleaning, that's right.
Okay.
So that's a good example. And you can create an offset for that and
Yeah, but if it's always moving, that's gonna be a
That's
hard
right.
target
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
chase.
I mean, part of the package that we got with this is that if you've got any concerns about the data, you can send an email to our technical team, and they'll be able to, if you've got a SIM card in here and connect it to the web,
Mhm.
they'll be able to log in and.
Oh, cool.
And see-
Real
Yeah,
time.
all the new instruments are like that. It's cool.
Yeah. Cool.
If you don't have a SIM card, you can always bring it back and connect it to your local Wi-Fi here,
Yeah.
and they should be able to log in.
Yes, our weather station ports down into so we can pull it off the web.
Right.
So I don't know how this will configure, but hopefully once we first just get this running and make sure it's working, but then once that's working, the next step would be to see if we can start pulling it into our real time
Right.
data dashboard kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Have you seen our cloud operate?
I have not.
Software? Okay, I'll set that up.
Okay,
and show
cool.
you guys, how that works, and you'll be able to see how it works.
And so there's a quick question with all these different modules and everything. So power spike, power outage, power goes out. Is there any battery sort of?
There's no battery backup.
Okay.
But what happens is if for some reason you lose connectivity, and you're connected to a cell phone tower, or the cell phone tower loses connectivity, or Wi-Fi goes off, the unit will keep running as long as it's still got power. But once it reconnects the signal or the Wi-Fi connection, it'll backfeed all the.
So you don't have to reboot or anything
No,
like
no,
that.
it'll just restart and
Okay,
start
okay.
itself up again. All the data is stored on the unit, all the raw data is stored on the unit, and it's also pushed up to the web, so you've got it in two places.
And it just rolls over, scrolls over, so that it's constantly backed up, kind of thing.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yep.
So if there's power outage, whatever was on there would be on
Would still be on here.
there, and then it would go
Also
to
be in the cloud.
Okay.
Yep.
Once you.
It's cloud-based.
Yeah. So, so something that came from the conference I was just at is that, we're one of the few manufacturers that actually give people the raw data to play with, which I think was quite important.
Yeah,
in the
totally.
discussion.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So something like a purple air is where the data is pushed up, but it's gone through
Yeah.
it's been authorized,
Yep.
manipulated before you actually see
Yep.
the data, and so
Yep.
you don't know what the real data is. And
Right.
They own the data, so that's something that came out at the conference. So it's all stored on this. You can get about 10 years worth of data onto there.
Oh, wow.
So you should never run out.
Wow. Really? So it doesn't need to roll over. It just is a huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay.
on the cloud, it's just limited.
Right,
limitless.
right, right,
What are
right.
the storage capacity on that? Like, what is specifics?
The gigabyte for
Yeah.
storage.
Or terabyte.
Sorry.